Beneath the burning African sun, a cunning hyena plotted a feast for himself, only to discover that greed can turn the sweetest prize to bitter dust. In a sunlit clearing at the edge of the savannah, where the sun paints gold upon the land, and the baobab tree stands witness to countless seasons, the animals gathered to celebrate the season's bounty. There was laughter in the air, and the scent of roasted game and sweet tubers drifted on the breeze. Among the invited guests slinked a lone hyena, his coat dusty, his eyes burning with cunning ambition. Unlike the other animals, content with their modest share, this hyena hungered for more. He was known as the greedy hyena, not just clever but endlessly grasping. He believed that true power lay in possession, not in unity. Before the feast even began, he slipped away, digging a hidden den where he stashed the finest cuts, juicy meat, tender marrow bones, golden roasted tubers. His heart strummed with victory as he hoarded the feast for himself, whispering to the shadows that this wealth will make him supreme. But greed is a fire that devours its holder. Back at the gathering, horns sounded and drums beat, yet little food remained. The other animals began to notice. Suspicion stirred as whispers wove through the crowd. Where has it all gone? When the feast ended, the greedy hyena crept back to his hidden stockpile, only to find it ruined. Ants had swarmed in, insects had devoured the marrow, and rain had seeped through, spoiling the meat. His treasures lay rotting, the fruits of his ambition now a bitter waste. Humiliated, he stumbled back toward the clearing. There the wise tortoise awaited him, calm and steady. "Why did you steal from the feast?" asked the tortoise, voice low but cutting. The hyena averted his gaze, stomach grumbling. He muttered, "I wanted more." The tortoise shook his head. Greed masquerades as ambition, but ambition builds. Greed destroys. You destroyed respect and squandered sustenance. Pride crushed. The hyena fell silent. Around him, the other animals watched. Some were angry, others simply disappointed. Then the tortoise spoke again. "It is not too late. Show remorse. Offer what little you have left and show you can change." With a trembling voice, the hyena bowed, scraping together the scraps he had, dried tubers, a few scraps of meat, and stepped forward. "I am sorry," he said. "My greed cost all of us. I ask for forgiveness and hope to learn to share." The clearing held its breath. Then one by one, the animals stepped forward. A crocodile offered him a gulp of water, a monkey dropped a banana, and a bird winked down with a berry. Slowly, forgiveness tore the icy space around him. His belly, still hollow, was now warmed with the taste of humility and belonging. And from that day forth, the greedy hyena changed. He stopped hoarding and began hunting with the pack. He learned that sharing brought respect, that leadership grew not from taking, but from giving. His cunning found new purpose, not to deprive others, but to protect them. Still, in every head that gathered, every feast celebrated under the baobab, someone would whisper the old warning, "Let this be a lesson. Unchecked greed blinds the wise and poisons the generous." And when you see a hyena in the wild, his coat dusty, yet he stands more humble, remember the truth of this tale. Greed devours not just the world around you, but the world within.
Thank you for watching African Tales by Mumsteak. If this story touched your heart, like, subscribe, and share. More real African stories await you here.